tallywhacker. Tallywhacker. Take notes, Madam Speaker. It's king. There's no tallywhacker. Take notes, Madam Speaker. It's king. Burger King. You can't just have it your way. Tallywhacker. Burger King. You can't just have it your way. I'm about to define what a woman. Define what a woman is for you. Silicone tallywhacker. Burger King. You can't just have it your way. No tallywhacker. Tallywhacker.
Also,
when I didn't win the election.
Everybody, welcome back to Nothing on Live. I'm Jake Tyler.
I am your Ms. Parker.
No tallywhacker.
Welcome to Dick of the Week, where there are lots of tallywhackers.
Tallywhacker? No tallywhacker. Look at this fucking douche.
We have to take back control. If there's no community control of the schools, what we have is kids being not only indoctrinated but groomed in a very real sense by
groomed. What do you think?
Hey, I don't know. My
here on KROT in no way.
Half my brain just exploded out of the back of my head.
This is David Mamet proving again that you never trusted David. I never met a David I didn't like. David's.
Also, you never trust a man whose hairline comes down that far. That's the mark of a dipshit.
Life,
asshole.
Liberty, Levin. Because that's not narcissistic at all.
People who are, whether they know it or not, sexual predators. Are they abusing the kids
Wait
physically?
a minute. Wait a minute.
No, I don't think.
Whether they know it or not, they are sexual predators.
Look, man.
If they don't know they're sexual predators, why are they covering
Jimmy
up their
Kimmel
acts?
is a total jerk.
Look,
Seriously. No, seriously. If you don't know,
it's hard for me to take this seriously, first of all, but I'm a man and I'm not a predator. I know that. I mean, I know that. I'm not second guessing myself because it's a fucking predator.
No, actual sexual predators are masters
I thought you were gonna
at covering up what they do.
Donald Trump.
So obviously they know they are sexual predators.
Jeffrey
Otherwise they
Epstein.
wouldn't be covering up what they're doing. They would think it was perfectly okay and say, why?
He died not that long ago. He wrote books like Where the Wild Things Are. Who wrote that?
Oh,
But anyway,
I can't think of his name.
he
right
was
now.
like, yeah, I perved on kids. Like,
Really?
before he died, he was kind of like, he was like,
Now I'm going to see that book in a whole different way. Oh my God.
may have liked children. I don't know. But this guy,
Lewis Carroll liked children.
So, but they're abusing them mentally and using sex to do so. This has always been the problem with education, as teachers are inclined.
this has always been the problem with education. Education is the problem with education. Apparently, is that what he's going? This scholar, this writer, he's saying that the problem.
No, I don't think so. But they're abusing them mentally and using sex to do so. This has always been the problem with education.
It attempts to educate people.
I'm sorry. I'm
Watching these fossils try to tackle sex as a subject. Look, I bet my father, who is 74 years old, is a sexual human. I mean, if he's anything like me, but I'm not asking him for advice on sex. Also, this douchebag is 1.5 times older than I am. The fuck, man? You're too old to ask about sex.
Who,
She's
me?
just like, butter churn.
No, it's just like, bring with the blood of the virgins.
Joke's never going to get old till it gets
I
old.
found a gray hair. Bring with the blood of the virgins. Okay.
When I want a 70-year-old man telling me about sex, I'll kill myself. I'll fucking kill myself. If I have to ask a 70-year-old man what I'm doing wrong in the bed, I'm gonna kill myself. That's just it. That I have to draw the line at some point. And where I draw the line is filthy old white dudes telling kids how to
The teachers are inclined, particularly men, because men are predators, to pedophilia.
speak for
And that's why there
yourself.
were strict community strictures about
Police.
it, particularly men, because men are predators, to pedophilia.
He's blocking my way.
I'm not a predator, you fuck. Speak for your fucking self,
Have you
man.
checked for a tallywhacker lately? Are you sure you're a man?
Speak for yourself. I can control myself.
Yes, you're having exactly as much predatory rape as you want, which is 0, correct?
Duh! You fucking mammoth. Ugh. What a fucking douche. Look, if you are looking to these men when you're referencing anything that has to do with sex, you have a fucking problem. You might want to check Miss Parker here. Maybe she can straighten you out. I don't know.
I don't want anything to do with these fuckers. Why are you throwing me under the bus now?
Man, because I figured butter churn.
That's
why
not
there
getting
were
old at
strict,
all.
Community strictures about it.
Strictures?
Thank God. So this started to break down.
Like you
when
have
the
in your-
schools said, you know
never
what,
mind.
we have to teach the kids about sex.
Like in your urethra?
Because what if they don't do it at home?
That is, by the way, will be a drop shortly after the show ends.
Yeah.
And this is exactly it.
Okay, that's all.
All of these people.
That's it. This
This
is
is gonna be a
yeah.
freaking
brought to
shooting
you.
of a teacher soon.
Tucker Carlson is
Yeah, these guys are
like
great.
against anti-CRT. This is all basically saying parents should have
Teach the kids about sex. Why? Because what if they don't do it at home?
So what if your parents don't have sex in the house? How are they going to learn about sex, right?
Mammoth says, don't talk about my parents that way.
He's like, my parents had sex in the house. I saw, so I learned about sex. They didn't need to teach it to me at school.
Banger.
These men know nothing.
This is brought to you by the Majority Report, by the way.
No.
No, it's the Majority Report. That's
No,
the
no.
name of the. That's the name of the
Life, Liberty, and Levant.
podcast.
Hey, look, if you're have nothing else to do, i.e., sex, and you want to learn about sex, you talk to these two douchebags. You'll learn everything you need to know.
And then you will never get laid again, if you ever have.
Mentally and using sex to do so.
In fact,
this has always
these
been a problem
two-
with education.
These two morons should start their own incel school, their own incel institute,
Well,
guaranteed to never get laid again.
the problem is that their girlfriends aren't old enough to read.
Oh, you know what? Good point.
and this is exactly
Break down when the school pedophilia. And that's why there were. This has always been.
Oh,
a problem
you
with
need to
education.
airdrop
I'm
the
gonna
shit
airdrop
out of
all
this.
of this.
Inclined, particularly men, because men are predators, to pedophilia, and that's why there were strict community strictures about it.
Strict
Thank God.
community
I
strictures.
expected he's like, buy my pillow. Like he almost sounds like my fucking pillow guy. Oh,
Okay, you know what
God.
a little known fact
Ugh.
about pedophiles.
They
Ped-
look like this generally.
Well,
Let's just say it.
let's just say it.
Pedophiles look like Mark Levin and
No, it's
Mamet.
Mamet. Okay. Well, we're
David
nominating.
Mamet.
We're nominating David Mamet.
David Mamet and Mark Levin. You look like pedophiles to me.
Well, okay, but what I was going to say about pedophilia
Is that they look like this? when
Okay,
you think
okay,
of
that's
pedophiles?
if you look them up in the dictionary, yeah, you'll see these two
These two
douchebags. Yeah,
pictures, okay.
but pedophilia is actually
It's the
very
glasses. Right?
actual. No,
I know because I
in,
wear
in,
glasses
in
and
this
I'm
guy,
not a pedophile.
in this guy's case, it's the hairline. That's the first thing that should clue you in
and his
that he's got something wrong with him.
his pea-colored pearly gates. So he's like, this is what I like. This is the color I like on my face.
Oh God. Okay.
See how I did that?
Pedophilia. Yes, I know what that means.
Pedophilia is not
very
as bad as
no, it's very rare. People who assault children usually do so because of
they're
opportunity.
Republican.
Well, they're Republican. They are repressed and they have an opportunity and they feel entitled, or they're victims themselves and they are repeating what was done to them. To meet a certain criteria or
Okay.
certain criteria, multiple criteria, it's the plural. And one of the things is they have to exclusively like children. It's like if they have relationships with adults, unless those relationships are really suspect.
That's the guy named Jared. That's that.
Then, yeah, Jared for sure.
Don't touch the Jared.
Subway says, hey, we do put foam rubber in our baked goods. Yes, we do.
Look,
just don't look at Jared.
Speaking of running, Republicans, just when we weren't done with you, just when you thought we weren't done with you, I give you one
Herschel
CTE extraordinaire.
Herschel Walker.
Herschel fucking Walker, man. Come on, dude. Haven't we enough from football players? Oh God, so bad.
Haven't we had enough of Hollywood assholes
Yeah.
who don't know what the fuck they're doing running for office?
Well, I mean, you know what? I don't even mind. Like, look, I don't mind me a good Arnold Schwarzenegger. I don't mind me a good Jesse Ventura, right?
Yeah.
I don't mind that.
At the time,
neither one of them Democrats, right? Minnesota and California, and neither one of them.
Actually, what's his name? The guy from Saturday Night Live, Al Franken. He was actually a good senator. And he was
that's
a
why
Democrat.
he's gone.
That's why he's gone, because he did something marginally sort of inappropriate. And because he's a Democrat, he said, my bad.
All right, you want to see
Gone.
two assholes go at it? Watch this.
Outside of the box with some, because we have candidates that are not strong. They're rhinos and they're not strong. They're Mitch McConnell type guys, and he's a disaster.
Snapping Mitch. He's here.
I've served 12 presidents, and you.
No, you serviced him.
Mitch McConnell served 12 presidents and Donald Trump. Look, and now he's calling him out. This is so funny. The snake is, in fact, eating itself. It's doing it. We've been talking about this for over a year.
If you hop in bed with Donald Trump, it's only a matter of time
before you get peed on.
Before you get peed on and then booted out of the bed and rolled under a bus while eating a bag of dicks that's catching on fire.
Spanked with some fake news. See, fake news is Donald Trump's face on a magazine. It says Fortune 500.
That's fake news. Yeah.
That's fake news.
So we need tougher, not win for me, by the way, win for our country.
Which country are you talking about?
What's to say? Win for our country. Obviously, he's talking about the United States. But
no, he's talking about Russia.
Dude, if you think you're not winning for him, you're wrong. Not winning for me, winning for the country. Who is the country?
And since when have you cared about the country?
Define. I want to know, define is the country the people that you think are the country?
The country is what
it's
is
full of Muslims,
68,
Mexicans, bunch of people like us.
68 million, was it 68 million people who voted for him in 2020?
I just know it was less than the amount it was needed to win.
Right.
The amount of people that voted for Trump was less than the winning margin.
Well, not that matters. He lost in the Electoral College. That's
well,
all
apparently
that matters.
31 million illegal Mexicans voted. I don't know.
Oh yeah, and every other Democrat voted 6 times.
We need to be tougher for Republicans.
And we have some great candidates.
You talk about great candidates. You talking about MTG. You talking about MG. Who are you talking about here?
Talking about the G unit.
Don't talk about me.
Dude,
I don't think you're up to you're up for re-election.
Dude, you just literally throw Mitch under the bus. Man, he's been around for 28 presidents. He's been around longer than her, which is hard to do. And he's been.
Yeah, you can have my butter churns, but I've got the virgin blood, and you're screwed. The fucking turtle head.
This chick seen here trying to be attractive.
That was the 45th president of the U.S., Donald Trump, with me at Mar-a-Lago back in December on this program.
How's bragging camp?
Talking about the 2022 midterm elections and his endorsements, among them.
Well, listen, Dr. Dipshit.
You don't know nothing. Look.
That's collagen. I see collagen everywhere.
Look, let's just go Trump. Trump's going to call you a 5.
Yep.
Maybe.
And a California 2.
California 2, yeah, for sure.
A legend and businessman Herschel Walker, who's running for a Senate seat in Georgia. His race is already being called one of the most important congressional contests of the year. But according to
she can hardly talk.
Hopefully this will be the only running contest that Herschel Walker can't win. And Herschel Walker, man, like, are you ready?
I know.
New poll by Emerson College and The Hill. He is not only leading his GOP primary field by 44%, he is also ahead of incumbent Democrat Senator Raphael Warnock by 4%.
Undecided. So it says Herschel Walker is ahead, and there's 6% undecided. The 6% undecided are going, fuck, I really liked Herschel Walker. I liked him.
On the football field.
He was a bulldog. He was a bulldog. He was a Jordan. And it's just like they're just like, ugh. Dude, that 6% undecided is going to Warnock. No fucking problem.
Herschel Walker joins me right now. Good morning, Herschel. Thanks very much for being here. What is your plan to grow?
Popcorn. Also, I'm going to get out there. I'm going to put together a good team. We're going to rush upfield. Rush in, move to the left, move to the right, mostly the right. Go to the right side, play action fake, and then fucking and then take over
that lead and win in November.
Well, I'm very happy to be on the. I'm very happy to be on the Celebrity Apprentice Government Edition, where I get voted in by I get pumped up by a guy named Trump, who just wants to fill these seats with assholes,
with sycophants, really.
Well, just wealthy, right-leaning people. Like, there he is.
Get out and meet the people. My plan is that I got to go out and let the people know what I stand for.
And what is that?
Done and what the guy I'm running
Fuck
against.
you little dipshit.
He's voted almost 98% with Biden. And these policies that they have do not work for Georgia. They do not work for the United States of America.
Which policies?
Well, listen, Dr. Dipshit.
Right now is we're even discussing some of the matters we're discussing.
Look,
what do you stand for, and what policies do you have a problem with?
Let's just go with Herschel Walker has a law degree, and he has a master's and is a very brilliant person.
Except
the fact that he's a meathead and he has been mushed, and even if he had gotten a degree, it would have been 30 years ago, 40 years ago, that he would have gotten a degree in anything. Just because he's good at running doesn't mean he's good at this.
Exactly.
And it's just like, dude, how obvious is it that they're throwing a noted black man up against a dark horse runner like Warnock, right?
Yeah, it's very
suspicious, suspect.
No, it's just typical.
Par for the course, one might say.
When Obama won, the Republicans were like, shit, we got to get a cool black dude.
I haven't watched this whole thing, but I'm dying to wait for him to say when I was talking to Donald Trump on his golf course.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah.
Because that's
the
what
name
it
dropping.
is. Like, we'll just Kid Rock, Remember did we show that? We didn't show that. We'll have to get to that.
With the cuck and
Kid Rock and Donald Trump.
Oh yeah, we didn't show that. We'll get to
doing
that.
a fucking airdrop. Well, yeah, we'll get to that. But
we're discussing what's the definition of a woman. You know, we're discussing things that we shouldn't be discussing, like why
a woman is what you rape. Herschel Walker, allegedly.
The reason why we're discussing those things is because you assholes won't shut up about it. I'm happy to stop talking about it, but you assholes are obsessed with children, with their genitals.
Alleged rapist Herschel Walker is running for a contested seat against a man who won a very tight race against a woman who is
an incumbent, for one thing, right?
And just rich.
Yeah.
Like, look, we expect our why do we expect that our people in office, why do we expect them to be rich? Why would you be like, oh well, they're the best, right?
Well, because they think that they know what they're doing and they're going to make us succeed the way they succeeded. That's the
look, I don't know,
of logic that that kind of doesn't really stand up when you really look at it. But if you're not going to really look at it, then that's the reason. So.
I'm no expert. I never played pro football, but I'm going to guess that Herschel Walker has far more concussions than, let's say, I do. And I've got a handful of concussions. I wouldn't trust me to run the government.
I trust you more than I trust him.
Right now, we're not energy independent. We have our enemies negotiating deals for us. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, we're not energy independent because you fuckers don't want to give up fossil fuels.
We're gonna kill this, but look,
you don't want to drill any more places that have
before I show you how much more I know about this subject than he does, and I'm not running for office. Also, not really looking into it. Keystone XL pipeline canceled. You know why it was canceled? The permits were canceled because it's an environmental disaster, but also because of the fact that it basically was going to allow us to pipe oil to where? Here. We're going to pipe it right into Kansas, right? So we get all free gas, right? Isn't that what we're going to do? Well, I mean, we're going to pipe all this oil into our country, right?
Right.
We wouldn't possibly pipe it to a place where it would then be loaded on ships and sold to other countries. We would never do that.
No, that's our oil.
Yeah.
That's our birthright.
We wouldn't. I mean, who would do that? I mean, probably a racist Nazi corporatocrat who definitely has this idea that, like, no, we would ship all that fucking oil out of here at a premium, you bastards. Now we're piping in oil. Energy independence. Fuck, 20 years ago, if we'd have thrown windmills and solar panels all over everything, we'd be more or less energy independent at this point. But this fuckface, this Captain CTE, is coming in here like,
we're great people, and I'm one of the people that's more qualified than anyone to run. You know, right now I'm one.
Yeah, that's all you're qualified to do, bro, is run.
And I would question that now. He's probably got shitty knees.
I could say something
Just
incredible.
guessing.
I want to be like, run, Herschel, run. Run away.
People continue to talk about football, but they forget about that I'm somebody that helped to create jobs. You know, I created a business.
What jobs and what business?
Does
I'm
he
dying
say?
to know.
Does he say? I mean,
of course he doesn't say.
Because if you
what jobs?
Probably,
what you created a job for your son?
If you scrape just a tiny bit off you, it's nothing. It's a
apparently
zero.
Your son, who is out gay and loves to make videos bitching about the price of gas. Why wouldn't he just be like, Dad, why do we even have gas anymore? Why aren't we investing in this new stuff? Why aren't we moving this? Why are you doing this?
Very, very successful business. You know, I've went out and I know about the supply chain. I know about all the things that's going on in this country right now.
Hey, you guys want to learn about the supply chain? Look up Herschel Walker on Khan Academy. He's there teaching a master class on the supply chain.
Oh, TEDx also.
Yes, exactly. And I mean, who better to teach us about all the things that we don't know?
Let's just
Then
nominate him for a Nobel Peace
then
Prize.
a fucking meathead. Dude, you're a meathead. Tom Brady, greatest quarterback of all time. Cool. Give it to you. Don't want him in Congress.
And he isn't even a what do you call it? A domestic abuser? Is that a way to put it?
Hey, I mean, who are you gonna rape when your wife is Giselle? I guess you're just like, that's out the door. How you gonna do better than that?
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. Yeah. That's harsh. But
A Brazilian Nazi supermodel. You can't do any better than that. Everybody knows that. But yeah, look, Herschel Walker. Look, I'm not hating on you.
That I can help to solve. You know, I've been in over 400 something bases trying to remove the stigma of mental health. I'm not afraid to talk about these sensitive subjects that we need to address, that need to be
expert on mental illness. Herschel Walker.
Having mental illness does not make you an expert on mental illness.
I'm gonna say he's an expert. I'm gonna go with Herschel Walker as an expert on mental illness. You heard it here first on Nothing Yet Live. We're gonna be back in a minute with a second segment of this
palate cleanser.
Palate cleanser.
Oh
no, we got more.
No, we got a palate cleanser. We're done with
shows. We got a lot of shows.
We do have a lot of shows to do, but we're done with dicks.
Address right now. I'm the one to win this race. I think everybody in Georgia knows it. That's the reason my poll numbers are going up. I want them to keep going up because I'm the one that can fight for this country. I'm the one that can fight for Georgia, and I'm going to win that seat.
To just ruin all your plans. I am such a tired.
I am your Miss Parker, and get with the lube, Jackson. We need it for this douchebag.
I am the J ruiner of plans. Ask anybody.
I am your cog in the machine.
And this is Herschel Walker, advocate for CTA. We'll be back in a moment. This
is Nothing Yet Live.